How you doing? What's up? This is Kenny, aka DJ Flash, on my man, MrSan44Man, Detroit Raw. What's up? He's behind the camera right now because it's kind of a very special moment for the moment. We got, and he knows that he has over 1,000 videos, ladies and gentlemen. 1,000. You know how many that is? Anyway, 1,000 videos he's completed, and now he's reached a milestone of his first 100,000 views. Now, that is a lot, and believe me, in the future, he's gonna have lots more for that. Believe me, for all the things that he's doing in the community, our laughter, our fun, you know, it's always good and bad, and you never know what you're gonna get on the show. So join me in congratulating him for the 1,000 shows, the 100,000 viewers. You viewers keep coming in. We still showing over, if I'm right, I think we had 150 countries, 160 countries around the world, as he says. You notice when he does around the world, it's like love. He always does it in a heart. He doesn't even know it. He does it subconsciously. He doesn't even know it.
What's up, world? It's your man, MrSan44Man. Listen, past couple of days, just so much been going on in this city, man. I just haven't even had the motivation to even want to do my show. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just like that. But I'm gonna get back on the thing, and I just wanted to let you know that here's some stories that's been going on in this city. It's just a mess. It's all bad, not good, and it is what it is, y'all. This is MrSan44Man. I get back with y'all sometime soon. I'm just tired, burnt out, y'all. 1,000 shows. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no rest or nothing. But I still try to keep y'all informed on what's going on, how the hood going down. My man, he just got shot in the head twice with an AK-47. He's clinging to life. It's just so much going on. I'm just not motivated enough right now. But I'm gonna put this show out, and I hope you don't enjoy this, because this is a sad show. But it is what it is. You're tuned in to the Detroit Raw Show, only on YouTube and also on Social Cam. I'll get back with y'all. What's up, world? It's your man, MrSan44Man. I'm down here at the emergency room of Henry Ford Hospital. I come down here to see one of my little shots that got shot in the head yesterday afternoon over here on Linwood and Taylor. I just don't understand what happened. So now he's down here. He's got 2 gunshot wounds to the head, and we just don't know what's going on. So what we basically gonna do is gonna try to go down here and check out and see what's his condition. I'm gonna try to see if I can talk to his family, find out if they're gonna be around to I don't know, even find out if they want to say anything or anything like that. But right now it's really a big tragic thing that's going on. And I got to see what's going on with my man, because, you know, he's a little shot. So we're going to see what's going on. And I'll try to bring y'all some word when I go in, go through security and everything, find out what's going on. It's your man, MrSan44Man, going down here to Henry Ford Hospital. Matter of fact, this is one of the scenes of the homicides that have happened in the city. This is the hospital where the baby is and where the mama got shot. And this is the hospital where the grandfather is. So, and this is the hospital where my boy is, with 2 gunshot wounds with an AK-47 to his head. Y'all want real? You want raw? I've been giving it to you for over a year. You're looking at the Detroit Raw Show. I can't say nothing else. It's just on YouTube.
Frightening attack targeting a bus driver. What was thrown in hospital after having bleach thrown in his face.
Yes, and this comes just weeks after DDOT drivers walked off the job, you remember, demanding better security. Our Sean Lay explains what happened seconds before that attack.
That DDOT driver, he's now out of the hospital after he was drenched with bleach. And again, drivers for DDOT sitting behind these wheels are asking, how can they do their job if they're simply not safe?
Only Local 4 cameras are there along Woodward near 7 Mile. You can see DDOT driver Damon Jackson
needing help to get into an ambulance. Medics then flushing out his eyes. He ended up spending hours in the hospital, and he was released early Monday. DDOT drivers arriving for their shift this morning are frightened because the man who threw the bleach on Jackson is still out there.
Caught off guard like that, it's scary because you want to go home the same way you came to work.
Witnesses telling us the man was waiting at the bus stop with this 2-liter bottle with its top cut off filled with bleach. When the driver stops to pick him up, there was nothing the driver could do to prevent the attack.
The driver pulled over to let somebody on the bus. And the next thing I knew, he was getting splashed.
The DDOT Drivers Union is furious. They say a driver was stabbed 3 weeks ago, leading to what the union called an informational picket to tell the city that they aren't safe. That morning, DDOT service was shut down. The city blamed drivers for striking. Some drivers say they were locked out. As a result, Detroit police said they'd help protect drivers, but their union says not enough is being done.
I think they're going to wait till somebody gets killed. And it's been close.
The bottom line, the buses are still rolling. Drivers say they're still unprotected. Drivers and passengers say a security shield would help.
They can put a shield up there. It's just a matter on them doing it.
Once you redesign the bus, you never had no contact with the bus driver. And that's what you need.
Well, we asked drivers and their union if they'll walk off the job or slow down at all as a result of the bleach attack, and they say no. In downtown Detroit, Sean Lay, Local 4.
Well, a man was found dead on the front steps of a home on Detroit's east side, and that is largely all we know. Right now, police trying to figure out who the person is, how he ended up dead. They say that he appears to be in his 20s, was found shot on Rossini Drive near Redmond Street, and that's about all police know. Obviously, if you know any more than that, police would love to hear from you.
Firefighters rushed to the scene of a house in flames on Detroit's east side this morning, but it was too late. The flames at the home on Spencer Street near 8 Mile and Van Dyke had already taken a deadly toll, killing a mother and her son. As our Lauren Podell reports, arson is suspected, and the investigation is focused on another member of that family.
A mother and her 16-year-old son both lose their lives in the fire that destroyed this home behind me here on Spencer Street. Now arson investigators are trying to determine what caused this tragedy. The call came in just after 4 this morning, but once the flames were out, Detroit police and the morgue were called. A 49-year-old woman was found dead inside. Her 16-year-old son rushed to the hospital but couldn't hold on. Detroit Police Sergeant Michael Woody earlier this morning.
We have since learned that he has also passed. We have one person of interest right now that we're speaking to.
And this is the 18-year-old person of interest. He was just about to do an interview before investigators pulled him away. Police confirmed he is another son of the 49-year-old victim.
He had indicated that he was driving down the street, and that's when he saw the fire.
But police weren't convinced. The 18-year-old was later cuffed and brought in for questioning. But this neighbor says he was also calling for help.
He said that somebody helped me, that my mom and my little brother's still in the home. And that's when I immediately put on my clothes and stuff, and we tried to go over there. I gave him a shirt to put around his face. It didn't work. He went in and came right back out.
Arson investigators and the K-9 unit made their way through the damage. Sources confirming to Local 4 this was in fact arson. An accelerant was found in the home near the body. In the light of day, family looked on, embracing one another, taking in the loss of a mother and her son. Reporting from Detroit, Lauren Podell, Local 4.
Tonight, a chaotic scene in northwest Detroit.
That's right, a grandmother was found dead inside a van following an accident, but it appears the crash wasn't what killed her. The scene unfolded near Telegraph and 6 Mile Road.
The police investigation into that grandmother's death, though, has led to a home on the city's west side, and that is where Roger Weber is standing by. And Roger understands she was shot.
Yes, that appears to be the case, although they want an autopsy to confirm that. I'm in front of the man's house who was driving the van, the woman's son. Police say he's a terminal cancer patient, and they think he was carrying out a murder-suicide. He survived, his mother is dead, and his son is in the hospital. The driver of the van screamed as police led him away from the wreckage. They're investigating something much deeper than a traffic accident. The man hit an SUV at Telegraph and 6 Mile, lost an axle, and still traveled 1,000 feet.
That van had to be doing over 100 miles an hour.
A security camera shows the driver's 11-year-old son, who's in stable condition, after being thrown from the spinning van.
Poor kid, 11-year-old, right here, right in front of our shop. Hey, we just covered him up with a blanket, kept him warm.
But the boy's grandmother was dead. Police say it appears she'd been shot.
A couple of the mechanics grabbed fire extinguishers and we started to go across the street. And as we got into the middle of 6 miles, somebody yelled, "The driver has a gun."
When the officers arrived on scene, they approached cautiously and did an outstanding job in talking this man down, de-escalating the situation, and getting him to give up his weapons.
As cops questioned him, other officers broke down the door of his house 1.5 miles away. They found weapons there, including a drum-style clip capable of holding 100 rounds. They also discovered long guns in the van.
Probably for the last couple months, he had been fighting cancer, and his mom's here every day, helping him. Him and his mom had a wonderful relationship.
A sign on the man's door says, "Never mind the dog, beware of the owner." But the neighbors here, many of them who I've talked to, say he was a wonderful man who was very helpful to them. The 2 people who were in the SUV that was struck by that van did not need to go to the hospital. Again, that 11-year-old boy is in stable condition, but what a difficult future he's going to face. Reporting live in Detroit, I'm Roger Weber, Local 4.
In fact, Roger, given the way that the boy was thrown from the vehicle, it's amazing he's in stable condition.
It is, and I can tell you, I saw that security video. We decided not to show it because it is a bit graphic, but you see him actually glancing off the wall of a repair shop, skidding across the grass, along with some of the equipment from that van. And people from the repair shop then came out, they covered him with a blanket, tried to comfort him, and they say he was conscious.
Yeah, amazing, though. The shooting death of this Wayne State student just doesn't add up, but new information has come to light about a threat in her past. And it tops Local 4 News at 5:30. The search continues tonight for the killer or killers of Tiene Brown.
And for all of the promise that her short life offered, her past is now playing a big part in this investigation. Local 4's Rod Maloney has been talking to the police today and looking into Brown's background. For some more perspective on this case, he is live downtown this evening. And Rod, what have you learned?
Well, I've learned, Ruth, that there is the possibility of a lie detector test for somebody who had been close to Tiene Brown earlier in her life. We also uncovered these documents up in Oakland County that say that for a long time she has lived in fear. Shortly after Tiene Brown's body was discovered at the Packard plant yesterday, Local 4 News has learned that Detroit police were following or tracking her cell phone, and it was not at the plant. Sources tell Local 4 News that 2 young men said that they had found her body in her SUV, claimed to have taken her money and her cell phone, and left. They were picked up not long thereafter. Both men are still in custody and being questioned, but have not been charged with any crime. Meantime, Local 4 News discovered these records in the Oakland County Clerk's office. It's a request for a personal protection order from 2007. In the paperwork, in her own handwriting, Tiene talked about how her ex-husband, Tiarona Sims, was stalking her, had threatened to kill her and whomever she was dating, was violent with her, beating her on numerous occasions, and threatened to take their young daughter out of state in violation of their custody agreement. It's important to point out that these allegations never led to any prosecution or even a personal protection order. When it came time for the court hearing on that protection order, neither Brown nor Sims showed up for the case, and the judge dismissed the case. Those same police sources told Local 4 News today that they are suspicious of Brown's ex-husband and would like him to take a lie detector test. And so now we've heard from Wayne State University, where Tiene was a third-year law student, and they're seeing to it that her children, the 3 of them, are going to be able to get college educations at Wayne State University, but the university is also looking for donations into a fund for the family. We're going to put all of that information on clickondetroit.com if you'd like to get involved. Back to you.
Accused of sexually assaulting and then killing a 5-year-old girl from Detroit stood before a judge today. Darnell Cheatham was in court for a preliminary examination, but it had to be adjourned because Cheatham did not get a court-appointed attorney until today. Detroit police say that Cheatham killed Mariah Smith back in 2011. Cheatham was the boyfriend of her aunt. The little girl's mother was in court today, and she says she wants justice.
But I would never thought somebody close to me or close to my sisters that's dating her or anything like that. But it's a lesson to learn. Don't trust anybody with your kids.
Cheatham's family says he was railroaded. Now he's facing several charges, including murder and disinterment and mutilation of a dead body. Cheatham will be back in court on November 15th.